This is how Ashley Brickley gets to and from class every day. In an emergency, she doesn't have that option. Gusts of wind hitting about 40 miles per hour this week and wind chills of negative 15 degrees at times. It can be hard to keep some of those dated houses here on campus warm. And even if you do, it might cost you. The famous Pennsylvania groundhog saw his shadow earlier this month, which should mean that spring is coming early and we can say goodbye to those cold temperatures. Here's a look at what we know so far. The state trooper was heading eastbound as the other car was heading westbound. Somehow the two collided and the other car ended up in the ditch. We'll keep you up to date with more details as they arrive. That's right, Eric. I'm here in the Union where the candidates are awaiting the final results of the next NISD president and vice president. There was a vote last week where no students received over 50% of the vote. Thanks, Eric. Well, the Des Moines Register is dealing with a lot of backlash today after posting an interactive map of all Iowa schools indicating which districts have security and which do not. Critics say the newspaper was making it easy for a killer to know exactly where to launch a Sandy Hook-style attack. The map was initially posted to show the developing security in schools across the state. That's right, Eric. I'm here in Cedar Falls near Royal Drive where the pipe bomb was discovered this morning. You can see behind me where the yellow sandbags are is actually where the manhole is and where the pipe bomb was found. Since then, the scene has really quieted down because the bomb has been detonated by the bomb squad and the robot has removed it from the manhole. We'll keep you updated as more information comes to us, but so far it is more of a safe area now. Less than 24 hours after the Boston bombing, Cedar Falls experienced a scare of their own. Cedar Falls police were called around 8 o'clock this morning after a city maintenance worker discovered a pipe bomb while performing routine maintenance work in a storm drain. It was described by Police Chief Jeff Olson as your standard pipe bomb made of metal pipe and PVC material.
It doesn't mean it was there today. It doesn't mean it was placed today. It could have been placed some time ago. But that's yet to be determined.
They called in the Waterloo bomb squad, who used this robot to first get video of the device and later safely detonate it.
The explosion or the pop that you heard was the device that they used to shoot, I'm going to say shoot the end off the pipe.
Around 9:30, dozens of residents in the 2300 block were asked to evacuate their homes. George and Elaine Falsgraf were among the last to evacuate.
The police came around and knocked on the door about 3 times and told us that there was a supposed pipe bomb.
It's right across, from our house. So obviously we left, and we've been here since then.
In the 44 years that the Falsgrafs have lived in the neighborhood, nothing like this has ever happened.
It'll be interesting to see what it really was and who did it and why. And if we can some way prevent it from happening again, because it startled the whole area.
The area is now safe, and thankfully no one was hurt. For UNI TV, I'm Katie Huinker. I'm here at the AJ&P Creener Dairy Farm, which is the first DeLaval robotic milking barn in Iowa. They're also the first family to have the barn actually built around the robots. The Creeners have been very happy with their investment.
We were talking about putting up a conventional parlor, just a regular parlor freestyle barn. And then they said, well, you ever think about doing robots?
We went with the DeLaval reps and toured a barn, and all 3 of us decided that day we were going to go to robots because it's too hard to find work.
And so the work began in October 2011. First, the pit underneath the new barn was dug, which would eventually house all of the cattle's manure. The cement was laid and the walls went up, and this investment was becoming very real for the Creener family. When the work was completed and the 4 DeLaval robots were hard at work, they realized how beneficial these robots were going to be.
They work.
We didn't have to worry about waking up so early in the morning and milking cows and everything else. Got done with our crops a lot easier because we didn't have to stop and milk cows in the morning and night. We could just wake up and one person could run this and the other guys could keep going in the field.
Basically, it's all about the labor. You don't have to pay the machines to do your labor for you.
So why aren't more farms using this technology?
Everybody looks at the cost, at the sticker price on it at first, and realize they think that they can pay labor instead. But this way, we don't have them calling in at 2 o'clock in the morning saying they can't make it to work.
Here's how it works.
The cows are laying down there. In order for them to come and out here to eat, they have to go through a set of gates which identifies them, and if they have milking permission, they get cut into the holding pen up there. And if they have just been recently milked, then they get cut to come straight through, which allows them to come and eat.
With a decision that could make or break their family farm, it looks like this investment is going to make it. For UNI TV, I'm Katie Huinker.